everybody. Okay, this setup is all kinds of not good, but I'm sorry. How are you, Hyperturn? Okay. I have another list for ya. So I wanted to share with you the most disappointing. My light is about to break. My light is about to break, and here he comes again. Good boy. This was weird. This was a weird list to create because I did the worst books. But when I was creating the worst books of 2023, some of them were just like so bad because they were disappointing. Like if I read them under a different umbrella, like under a different mindset, I wouldn't have been like so off. I don't know, but I felt so bad because I was so disappointed. Like they were so freaking hyped. I'm sorry. My voice is fine. I've been talking the entire day and night last night. Jeez. Oh god. Oh god. Oh lord. So I just decided to split them, doing the best, the worst, and the most disappointing. So these are going to be the most disappointing books that I've read in 2023. Out of the 168 I've read so far, and I am still reading, and 2023 isn't over yet. I'm so excited! I'm so excited. I don't want the year to end just because of my reading. Okay, so the first one that I wrote on my list for the most disappointing books of 2023 without even going back on my Goodreads is How to Kill Your Family. Oh my god, the goddamn disappointment. So basically the premise was supposed to be like this girl who's in prison, but then she's reminiscing and telling you her story about why she's in prison when she committed like a lot of crime, a lot of murders, but she got charged for a murder she did not commit, and she is basically walking you through all the murders that she did commit, and it's her revenge against her family who abandoned her and stuff like that. My man, the plot was promising. It had so much potential, but what in God's name is that? The execution is so bad. It's actually like insane how bad it actually is. Like, how can you do that? The character was so hateable, so tedious, so annoying, so easy to hate. It is actually mind-boggling to me. Like how it got passed through like editors and stuff like that, because it is so easy to hate the character, and it is so easy to just like want to scream at everyone who wants to read the book to not read it. She's so hateful. She's a bully. She doesn't like fat people. She doesn't like chubby people. She doesn't like people who wear red lipstick. She doesn't like people who are wearing wigs. She doesn't like people with acne. She doesn't like hairy people. She doesn't like... Baby, I am Arab and I've been on Accutane for, what, 12 years now? She would hate me, and I wear this for fun. She would hate me, my man. Like, I wear this listening to Lebanon Hanover, and I have acne, and I'm Arab. My man, she would hate me. And just reading her comments, unnecessary comments about everyone, it just made me so freaking mad. Oh my god, I felt so much hatred, so much anger. I just hated the author, really. It's seldom that I read a book and I like interfere the author in the writing, like I separate the art from the artist and blah 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 blah. Even the most books that I like hate so much, I still separate the art from the artist. Oh my god, just fix yourself. Jesus, I just cut you. Need more layers. Waiting for another crisis to happen. See, I'm kidding. I'm not kidding at all. I cut myself every time I feel low, and it makes me feel so much better. Did I say myself? I meant my hair. I meant my hair. What was I gonna say? I forgot. What were we talking about? It's seldom that I mix up the author's opinions with their respective art, but this one just felt like the author is such a hateful bully. The next one was disappointing because of the hype. Now, Colleen Hoover. I have a love and hate relationship with Colleen Hoover. When it comes to books like Hopeless, which I was hesitant about, I actually liked and had hope for. I actually really ended up liking them. I liked Verity, I liked Lila. But then there are others like Confess, or like this one, Ugly Love, where it just leaves me bewildered. It is like mind-boggling to me how the most hyped books are the worst. Ugly Love is below average. It's so simple and so stupid and so freaking unrealistic. Yes, we're not looking for realistic. I read fantasy. That's like my favorite genre. I'm not looking for realistic, baby. But don't give me a bitch in a contemporary setting saying shit like, I'm not gonna be like the other girls. I will never let a man abuse me. And when I started reading that, knowing Coho is like a traditional abuse me and I'll make you a sandwich type of girl, I knew this is not gonna happen. Feminism is not her forte. It is not her forte, baby. Just give me a traditional book and I will love it anyways. Every character, every POC that she tries to add to her stories, that's who they are. If they're black, that's just you were black, that's it. If they're Arab, you're just, I've never seen an Arab from Coho. Include us, god damn it. That's it, if you're gay, that's it, you're gay. You wear fluttery stuff and pink nail polish, and that's who you are in her books. And Ugly Love was all of those things combined. Literally, the bitch said, I'm not gonna be like my girlfriends. They're like, let men abuse them. While fucking this dude, he called her by his ex's name. And she still went to him and let him use and abuse her. Baby, what the heck are you doing? The plot in itself was very mid. The writing is below average. The twists or whatever are so stupid. I didn't even realize they were twists because they are so freaking stupid and shallow. I really do not understand it. It was so cringe. The background story, I just really didn't care about any of it. Oh my god, the disappointment in this one. I love sad shit. I am a very sad, melancholic person. I'm very pretentious and I'm very cringe in my sadness, and I love to read about sad shit and write sad shit and create sad shit. But this one, every time I asked y'all or anyone in my book clubs, anyone that I know in my reading side of side of life, to recommend me sad books, who all recommended 1,000 Boy Kisses. I've read 1,000 Boy Kisses. I wanted to throw myself off of a balcony. It was cringe. The story is literally one of the stupidest things that I have ever read in my entire life. It's so stupid, and then the ending made it worse. I'm going to spoil, so if you are planning to read 1,000 Boy Kisses, skip like a minute or two. At the end, my man, she dies, right? To be honest, I wanted her to die 2 pages in. I hated Poppy with all of my heart. She is such a pick-me to the point where it is just, I could not read anymore. I wanted to throw the book. The only reason why I didn't throw it is because after I read it, I knew that I'm going to want to, I'm not going to keep it, so I knew that I was going to give it to someone, or someone. I didn't enjoy it, but someone else might just fall in love with the story and stuff like that. For me though, I wanted to throw it across the room because it was just so freaking bad. Oh my god, Lord Jesus, what on God's green earth is this? At the end, if you skipped before, skip more. I'm sorry, I talk a lot. At the end, she dies or whatever, and then he like talks to her through a dream, and then they're like, she basically collects boy kisses, right? And then he talks to her and he's like, you're my first and last kiss or whatever the fuck. You're my, I don't know, bitch. And she's like, didn't you kiss anyone since I died? And he's like, no. And he's like 28 or 30 or something. And she died when she was like 18. Like, be fucking for real. Be like, okay, you want this to be cute and true love or whatever. Ma'am, let the man bust a nut once or twice. I mean, my god, Lord, oh, Lord help me. And Poppy is, I wanted her to die so bad. So bad. Every chapter she's like, I wear bows in my head and I watch anime and I read books. Not like those other fucking sluts. Make it make sense, like just have her be normal, a dying normal girl. Anyways, I was very, very disappointed. I didn't cry once. On the contrary, the entire book, I just wanted her to die. The Spanish Love Deception, I don't even want to talk about this one. This was the biggest disappointment ever while reading it. I was so confused over how hyped it was. Like that entire book, I felt like could have been ended in 3 chapters. They were just like, oh my god, go with me. No, I hate you. But secretly not. And that was so obvious. Like there was no anonymity. Like, it's just everything is on the table. 48 Laws of Power. This was a non-fiction, basically like 48 laws of living. Some of them were okay. I was indifferent about some of them. Some of them, man, I read this because I did a video of reading booktubers' worst reviewed books, and this was one of Jack Edwards' worst read of 2022, I think. And he basically said that it feels like the person who wrote this needs a hug. I totally agree. Like, you feel so miserable saying shit like, no one can damage you if you manipulate them first. No one can come close to you if you build a thick ass wall that no one can close to. Oh my lord. It feels like every Sigma Alpha male podcast is merged into one. It feels so miserable, so sad, and just I feel oh my god, I don't want to be mean, but it feels like holding up the universe. My man, Jennifer Niven. This one I was very excited for because it's by the same author who wrote All the Bright Places, which is a book that I actually really liked. Was it perfect? Was it the best book that I've ever read in my entire life? No, but I really liked it. I thought it was really accurate. It portrayed life, what the fuck? It portrayed voluntary life ending in... Like, as someone who went through that, it portrayed it, in my opinion, in a very realistic, non-romanticized, non-fictionalized way. And it's something very rare, sadly and unfortunately, in any type of media, not just books, to see. So I really enjoyed that. Also, it portrayed bipolar disorder, which I do not have, but my best friend in the entire world has it. And from what I can tell, at least, it's okay enough. Like, so I really enjoyed that. But Holding Up the Universe was supposed to be so interesting because it portrayed prosopagnosia, which is face blindness. It's very interesting, and a girl who basically suffers from obesity, and she lost a lot of weight, and it's just it was just cringe. It was just cringe and lacking. It was lackluster. It needed so much more. There was no chemistry, in my opinion, between them. The romance felt so forced. It would have been so much better had it just been a cute, wholesome friendship. And now for the most disappointing book I'm still reading, and I am adamant and just confident that this is the most disappointing book for 2023, or basically for the last few years, and confident that it's going to be the most disappointing for the upcoming few years. Goddamn Fourth Wing. The hype surrounding this book is biblical. It was everywhere, is everywhere. Arab Flame just came out and people are ordering like special editions and shit like that. So it is very hyped. The most disappointed that I've ever goddamn felt reading a goddamn book. Oh lord, the writing was so cringe. It was mid, it was lacking, it was shallow, it's just on top. It is every cliche you can think of mixed into one. It is formulated specifically for a book talk audience, and it succeeded because look at the hype that it has gotten. Itself, it succeeded, but that is so bad because it 100% feels like a cash grab. It's like the author mixed everything that the people in book talk, like the people that are unfortunately hyping up the books and stuff like that, moving around the books and stuff like that, and mixed them all into one, and then here's your book. Everything. There were no enemies to I love enemies to lovers, but it needs to have a fucking story. It does not have a story. It's there. She meets the dude and she's like, oh my god, this is my enemy. Look at that throbbing tree trunk. Like, there was no mystery, the action was mid, it was lacking. I'm so goddamn disappointed. It is so below average. It is so simple, and not in the good way. It's just disappointing. They were studying about dragons, right? And then they showed this mysterious big like toothless kind of dragon, where they're like, it's the most mysterious type of dragon and no one rides it and it doesn't allow anyone and blah blah blah. And it's so obvious that she's gonna get that one. And then they talk about her brother, right? They talk about her brother, and then they're like, I don't know what kind of dragon he was riding. And then immediately they show a type of dragon, and it's so obvious that it is the dragon that he was riding. And then they tell you, it's like all there. Like all the cards put into one spot and been given to us. I was so disappointed. Okay, before I go, I just want to remind you that these are all my opinions. Everyone like different shits. If you like any of the books that I've mentioned in this video, good for you. We all like different things, okay? All of us. It's fine. You can read whatever you want. As long as you enjoy reading, that just makes me happy, to be honest. Yeah. Other than that though, thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'm gonna see you next video.